The economy of Carthage is a set of economic relations associated with Carthaginian power. Classical authors Karl Marx and others considered Carthage primarily a trading power. Without questioning the importance of trade, it should be noted that industry, agriculture, and fishing developed in the Carthaginian state. Carthage's income came from taxes imposed on vassal peoples and cities. It is not known with certainty whether taxes existed for the local Carthaginians. In Spain, the local population paid tithes to the Carthaginians. In Libya, taxes were higher. During the wars, the Libyans gave half the crop to the Carthaginians. Expenditures were spent on construction, ports, roads, forts, etc., and on the army. The army of Carthage was very expensive. In Carthage and its affiliated cities, a coin, the shekel, was minted. According to a popular theory, Carthage needed the first money to pay the army as the first Carthaginian coins had the words, military camp, and army, inscribed on them. These coins were made of gold. Carthaginian coins often contained images of women, interpreted on tannet, and those containing men, interpreted as images of the Barcades, the first family of Carthage, or as images of Melkart or Hannibal. Animals were often depicted. Horses, elephants, marine animals, etc., especially trees. Palm trees because palm trees are a sacred tree for the Carthaginians. Carthaginian coins were made of gold, silver, and bronze. The Carthaginians traded tin, amber, grains, fruits, nuts, ceramics, glass, furs, slaves, etc. Trade was mainly carried out by sea. Carthaginian merchant ships had a capacity of 100 tons or more. In the west, their trade covered the European and African coasts of the Atlantic Ocean, and in the east it reached Sumatra. Marijuana was found on board Carthaginian ships, so the Carthaginians can be called the first known drug dealers. The Carthaginians traded with civilizations of varying degrees of sophistication. Herodotus even described the silent trade with Africans. It seems that Tyre was an important port for Carthage, as it was mentioned in the sources that the merchants of this city were heading to Carthage, which made the Carthaginians establish their own port there. Trade connections with the land of the Canaanites are indicated by the Assyrian cylinders found and the seal bearing a Hebrew inscription. For trade with Egypt, scarabs and amulets found in the layer of the Temple of Tanit, and even the funerary statue of Pharaoh Necho II. Carthage also had trade relations with Ptolemaic Egypt, as evidenced by written and archaeological relics, such as Alexandrian vases and elliptical Egyptian lamps found in Carthaginian tombs of the 3rd and 2nd centuries BCE. Important trading partners of Carthage were Spain, Italy and Greece. Their merchants also reached the Black Sea Basin, Romania, Crimea, etc. The Carthaginians' main exports were wine, grain, olive oil, salted fish, and purple-dyed fabrics. Carthage exported and imported, often for re-export, ceramics, foodstuffs, dyed textiles, etc. The Carthaginians imported grain to Italy, Athens, and even Istros on the Black Sea. The Carthaginians had trading colonies in Syracuse and, apparently, in other major cities on the Mediterranean. Judging from Plautus' comedy, Carthaginian merchants were called Guga. The craftsmen and workers in Carthage were called al-Harish. Shipbuilding was developed in the city. Pliny mentions that the type of quadruple ship was invented by the Carthaginians. In Carthage, they invented something similar to the plastellum Carthaginum, or something similar to a threshing machine for threshing wheat.